following program is rated MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
This week on the 5-Minute Warning.
Is it the whole principle of Republican principles that they don't like government interference on private businesses? And
Yes.
all you gotta do is say gay, and they forget they Republicans. They like, yo, we can't look. We will become socialists if it means we can't say homosexuality. The only thing that can defeat the Republican Party right now is the alphabet community. They're the heroes that we didn't know we needed, but we need them. And I don't mean that as a joke or shade to that community. I'm just saying Black Lives Matter don't scare them. Latinos don't scare them. Straight women don't scare them. The Me Too movement didn't scare them off. But if you've got a letter, a part of that alphabet community, they are terrified of you. Tell me I'm wrong.
The show that gives you everything and nothing at all. That's everywhere you don't want to be. It's Ruben, MoeB, and on the ones and twos, AG.
The 5-Minute Warning.
How's everybody doing out there in the world of the internet? Welcome to a new episode of the 5-Minute Warning. Once again, I am Ruben Brown. I am here for you today. And of course, my man, my mellow MoeB. What's going on, MoeB?
You know, I'm here just watching the Hawks get smacked.
Well, I mean, is it the third quarter yet?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. How bad is it?
They losing by like 17.
You know, Trey has come back from worse. So, that might not be all. But hey, man, how you doing today, bro?
I mean, you know, besides the computer problems, you know, everything's good.
Yeah. We literally started 2 minutes late. And hopefully, you know, people come around. Look, see? Oh my God, man, we can't make. I mean, the one time Dre from VA is on time, and he's got something to say, you know. But whatever, we don't acknowledge that. We don't acknowledge negativity on the show. We only care about positivity.
You just did, but
My bad. He whacked. But what's going on, Black Morticia Adams? Hey. I'm glad y'all were able to survive the small technical difficulties. But, you know, today is a great day, you know? Why is it a great day? It was 90 degrees today, y'all.
it was how much?
90 degrees outside.
Why is that great?
I mean, because it's about to be, summer's right around the bend, man.
Why is that great?
Because that means the cold will go away. I'm very close to just packing up all the cold wear.
Hey, look, man, not everybody like it to be sweltering like you.
I mean, I don't see. Here's the thing: when it's hot, that means it's not gonna be cold. And I'm all about not having that cold stuff. I mean, didn't it snow up in Northern Virginia like last weekend? I mean, what was that about?
Look, man, I'd rather it be cold than hot, but I mean,
Man, that's you. But it is. How's your week, man? How's the foot doing?
I mean, it's still attached to me.
Well, that's good. Is it getting better?
I mean, I don't know. I can't see it.
I mean, do you get the itch inside of it and you can't scratch it? Does that happen?
No.
Well, that's good. I see you matching today with the Rockets hat, the old school Rockets hat.
I mean, it's a hat. It was there.
Awesome. So,
And this by far is the best Rockets logo. Like they need to do away with all that other stuff.
you don't like the new stuff?
Hell no. You know what? I'm a sucker for like all the NBA uniforms of the 80s and the 90s. Like it pretty much like in 99, I feel like no NBA uniform should have changed from like 90 something on.
I'm not going to disagree with you on that. The Lakers uniform is meh. You know.
I mean, but they really ain't changed but so much.
Yeah, but I didn't like what they changed. They should have kept the
I
old
mean, they
Lakers.
didn't like change their colors like, you know, teams that I root for.
I mean, the Rockets, I mean, not the Rockets. The Hawks changed their colors?
Man, the Hawks have changed their colors like so many times.
Why?
I don't know. I mean, at one point in time they were blue and lime green back in the Pistol Pete days.
Oh God.
And, you know, then there was a period of time, I don't know, like 10 years ago where they were navy blue and red. And then they had like this electric red and yellow just a few years ago. Like, yo, man, you just got to keep up, man. The Hawks jersey has been all over the place.
So, but is it like Atlanta sort of like one of the meccas of fashion, yet they keep changing their logo and it's terrible?
That's probably why. Because, you know, people who are in fashion can't stand for it to stay the same for longer than 2 minutes.
But that's just like a remix, man. When you remix, you're supposed to make the song better. I don't think they're making the logo or uniform better.
Actually, this generation don't believe in making it better. This generation just believes that they can't create an idea for themselves. So they got to use somebody else's.
I mean, dang. So you trying to say P. Diddy's not even relevant no more?
P. Diddy, first of all, P. Diddy was revolutionary in his approach, but I mean, he didn't really do nothing.
The 97 Steve Atlanta Hawks logo was ugly.
I won't disagree.
I mean, isn't that the one that's on your head?
This is the Rockets, man.
Oh, there you go.
Nah, the Pac-Man Hawks jerseys were the best. The 80s with Spud Webb and Dominic
with
Wilson.
the joint coming across the side?
Yeah, those are the best Hawks jerseys.
Got you. I'm wearing little old school Denver Nuggets, you know. Holler at them for not getting swept. I mean, they're going to lose game 5, but they ain't get swept. So I guess, you know, they get to play another day, get another game check.
As long the Nets, I just need the Nets to come through so I can pull off my prediction that no team in the first round will get swept.
I'm sorry, man.
They're the only ones that, look, man.
I'm so sorry.
I still believe, man. They're gonna win one. They're gonna win the next one.
I'm so sorry, man. I'm so sorry.
Why are you sorry? I mean, like I said, ain't nobody gonna get swept in the first round. I firmly believe that, and I still believe that.
Man, they go.
I ain't say they not gonna win.
Nah, man, they getting swept.
They not getting swept, man.
They are getting swept.
All right, man. If you say so.
I feel like Boston is, you know, he's got their teeth right on their neck, man. I mean, I don't care how much KD go for tomorrow. I don't see it.
All right. I mean, that's fine, man. You've been a prisoner of the moment before. Look, I'm not saying the Nets gonna win the series. I'm not even saying they're gonna make it competitive in the series. They're gonna get one.
I don't think they can make it competitive.
Oh no.
I don't think it's a situation of them making it competitive or not. I don't think they can. And that's the problem, because when it's all said and done, they are so dependent on those two people. I mean, Bruce Brown got 16 points in the first half, and like he had to do that by himself.
Once again, they're gonna get one.
And I just don't think Kyrie got it in him. But you know, I guess
mean,
we'll see.
Look, you don't want Kyrie to have it in him.
Honestly, that's not true. I do want him to have it in him. I just don't think he does.
All right.
I got no faith.
That's okay.
I'm gonna be that.
Like I said, my only prediction for the playoffs was, well, nobody gonna get swept in the first round.
And literally, you putting all your money left on the Nets not getting swept.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
I mean, so hey, I guess next week we'll find out if MoeB's broke or not, because that's a lot of weight to put on those cats.
I mean, I'm gonna be broke regardless, but
I hear that. So let's get into the question of the day. So if you haven't been really paying attention, we have this standoff going on in the international capital of the world called Florida between.
First of all, they are not anyone's international capital.
Hey man,
they're simply where North America cuts off. That's it. It's that Rio Grande that separates Texas and Mexico, and then there's the Georgia-Florida border, which separates United States from Florida.
Wow, man, the hate is real. But so if you haven't been watching, Disney has been going in a battle with the governor of Florida, DeSantis. We don't really like to call him by his name, but it is what it is. So now they have started to basically take their financial status, if I'm correct, away from Disney, because apparently they had some extra power given to them as far as tax stuff and all that. And now DeSantis has decided that he wants to remove that from Disney. So the question now is, why should Disney stay in Florida? Now, all this comes back to the bill about not talking about any type of sexual orientation between the school ages of kindergarten to third grade. So,
and Dre just explained it. What it is, what a lot of people don't know, which, to be honest, I didn't really know until maybe a couple days ago.
Mm-hmm.
Disney has not permission. Disney has the ability to operate as their own government.
Yes, they do. And that's
so because of that, DeSantis is saying, well, they owe us money because they shouldn't be able to operate as their own government. So they should be paying, millions upon millions in taxes.
Well, and it's funny how you only bring that up when they don't, see the same way you do, even though Disney has poured in millions to the Republicans in Florida to basically, hey, you just do what you do, you just keep the status quo what it is, and that sort of thing. And now pretty much DeSantis has very much said, your money ain't good here. We gonna do what we want.
Employer of Florida. And Lord knows there's a whole section of Georgia that's just like, yo, Florida, you can have this.
I don't know, man. I mean, why wouldn't
not only that, like Georgia, they got Florida. Disney could have a pick, man. They could go to Alabama. Nick Saban would let them across.
And then, of course, once again, Dre's on his research. I was about to say it. If they do dissolve it, the taxpayers of Florida will have to pay an extra $2 billion with a B, because that's what Disney takes care of. But nobody wants to, DeSantis is basically saying, look, man, Disney, you have no power here. We do what we want. And what I don't understand is, I think he thinks Disney's just going, all right, we just gonna chill out and we gonna do what you say. Man, Disney go where they want. And as Dre said, Texas has already said Disney can come there. So it's like, I just don't think this is a battle that DeSantis wants, but he is taking all the smoke. So MoeB, the question is, what do you think Disney should do?
Pack up their shit and leave and cripple Florida's economy.
Because that's exactly what will happen.
Because if you don't think Orlando only survives because of Disney, you are fooling yourself. Because Disney will go, then within 5 years, Orlando Magic will be gone.
I mean,
because there'll be no reason for them to be there.
Yeah, Universal Studios, you can say what you want about how, well, Universal Studios, they don't make Disney money.
Not at all.
And they also don't have what Disney has. I mean, hold on, man. Disney's been paying the Republicans all this money for years. Hey, just leave us alone. Let us do what we do. We will handle ourselves and that sort of thing. And Florida's like, hey, you know what? That's my price tag. $2 billion is my price tag. I'm good with that. And now DeSantis, because he feels some personal sort of way and he wants to run for president, he's just like, man, we don't need that $2 billion. Once again, Kevin Hart face.
I mean, it's funny because like this segment almost is stealing my thunder for my segment, but that's cool. Like this is what I was gonna talk about anyway. But
Yeah. So
like honestly, man, I just think Disney should just. I mean, what's gonna happen is when people actually realize, what this would cost them. I think DeSantis is gonna take too much heat, and he's gonna kind of back down.
well, but the House and Senate have already voted to remove it because they are basically in DeSantis' pocket.
It's not
DeSantis'
that.
pocket because they've already voted, and it's an all Republican Congress, from what I understand. But see, here's the thing: they think that Disney's just gonna sit there and take this shit. I mean, for what? Caviaco's chairman, and yeah, VA will take them.
You got
Strong.
right there.
$2 billion, yo, $2 billion. You go wherever you want to go.
Yo, for that type of money, as conservative as most of Virginians are, they'll be like, you know what? Y'all can say gay, homo, y'all can say anything y'all want if y'all move here. Because literally all this over that dumbass thing that I talked about.
Yeah,
the don't say gay. Like this is all over. Don't say gay.
I mean, it's yeah, man. They are crazy.
DeSantis says he want that smoke till he realizes there's $2 billion attached in fire.
Because he thinks he can remove it, and Disney has to stay.
Well, look, don't get me wrong. It would be a tremendous loss for Disney to pack up and build, and because they couldn't just do it overnight. You talking about with as much as they got. I mean, they could shut the park down, but Disney ain't about to lose that money right away. But they could easily be like, all right, 5 years we gonna be gone. We're gonna find a spot, and within 5 years we out.
And DeSantis ain't gonna be in power for 5 years. See, he making all this smoke and not gonna be there for the fallout.
Well, look, man, Florida is like a Republican test market. No, seriously, I feel like Florida's like a Republican test market. It's like, yo, we know there's enough. I was about to say something that was highly offensive to people in Florida, but we know there's enough people who aren't the most creative of thinkers in Florida. So let's just see if shit works down here, and if it works here, we can figure out how to make it work everywhere else.
Yeah, and here's the thing: it won't work in Virginia because simply the weather. But that's why you would go to Texas. Texas makes more sense because one, they got the space. $2 billion. Come on in. And then 3, look, man, you can say what you want about the Republicans in Texas. Ain't nothing more important in Texas than the almighty dollar. Yo, if they tried this in Texas and Disney would have been like, slide that cash. Yeah, bill fails. Keep moving. I mean, because let's be real, that's the power that Disney has. And, basically, if the tax, and then the taxpayers got to pay this money, bro, like, your war ain't worth this. And anybody, and this crazy part is all these people in the Senate and House of Representatives thinks that Disney's just gonna roll over, play dead, and play. Man, they already got plans for leaving. They doing that right now, and they ain't telling nobody. It's gonna be silent. And next thing you know, one day that place gonna be open. Oh, we closing for Christmas. And then January 1st, new year, new me, crickets.
Nah, it can't happen that quick. It's too much.
I didn't say January 1st of next year.
I'm just saying it's just too much infrastructure. You just get that announcement that Disney just bought, like, I don't know, 50 miles of Texas.
And it's not. And then what are you gonna put there? Like, what are you gonna put to replace Disney?
Nothing.
Yeah.
Hey, man, Warner Hill Mall in Petersburg stayed vacant for like 15 years. How long Disney gonna stay?
Man. All because those cats didn't want to take that water and sewage from Walmart. See, that's that pride for you, man. DeSantis better learn. That pride will destroy you. It destroyed Petersburg. So, look, when it's all said and done, I can't believe I'm saying this, man. I'm rolling with Disney on this one. I hope they stick it to Florida. I hope they be like, you know what? All right, man, we got you. You want to take that from us? We got you. And then, like Dre said, the people still have to vote on it in that area. They're not going to vote to take that away. But you know what? Just the fact that the vote is even going to come up, hey, man, they already know. It's just a matter of time. We out. And Disney going to be in Texas, y'all.
And don't Florida like not have property tax?
I mean, they will after this.
Exactly. Exactly.
I mean, yeah, you don't got personal property tax.
It won't be a retirement destination for long.
Those cats don't pay for your house or your car down there. You can get as much as you want, but $2 billion, you got to find a way to make that up. And guess who's gonna make that up? All y'all people who live there. Thank you. I live in Virginia. Cancel Christmas. All right. So let's get to a little crazy world.
Yo, I've been
comment.
Damn it,
today.
Keviako, you killing me, man. You killing me. That was my whole fucking segment.
Comment of the day.
That was my whole fucking segment.
Oh my God. That's hilarious. I'm sorry, MoeB. Your segment's that's great. That's so great. Because I was really thinking that too. I was like, this would be interesting. But yeah, so all right. Today we're doing a little crazy world. And normally I only have one, but I gotta talk at least two. And I'll talk about another one later, but I gotta talk at least two. First of all, let's go out to California, to Tiburon, California. And basically what happened was a couple years ago, in actually it happened August 2020. This black couple was in their clothing store. I don't know, it's like 1 or 2 in the morning, and they were stocking their clothing store, minding their own business, trying to get their stuff ready. And then the cops come through. Hey, we see what's going on. What's going on? Oh, we just stocking our store, yada yada yada, because it's easy to do it at night because the store's open during the day, whatever. So of course, I mean, everybody cool except for one dumbass policeman, and I say that for a reason because it's a dumbass policeman. So this dude decides that he wants to have these people prove that they own the store. Are you kidding me? You're the cops in that town. Why do you not know?
Well, I get how you not know. My thing is
I disagree with that. Hold on for a second.
You think I'm just carrying my business license on me?
But hold on for a second. I'm gonna come back to that because I think that is a good point. But here's the thing: the cops like, yo, I need you to prove, that you own the store. Now, if he'd have said, hey, we just want to make sure that you're not robbed this spot, at least he'd have came out with something different. But no, he decided to come a little bit harsh with it. And look, sometimes it's about what you say, but most of the time it's not about what you say, it's how you say it. And he messed up on both accounts. He said it messed up, and he said it like he was, the big fly on the shit. So, of course, it's just like, he's like, can we come in? Dude's like, no, you can't come in. This is my store. I ain't got to prove shit to you.
He should have held the keys up, locked the door, and been like, unless you got one of these, you can't get in. He should have said you can't get in with them shoes.
Yeah. So basically what happened was, cop got mad, whatever. And then the couple took it to the courts and they sued him and they won $150 million. Now, here's the thing. It's Tiburon, California, in Marion County. It's really not that big of a spot. So I'm going to bring up the point we were talking about earlier. There's absolutely no reason why the police and the people who own shops and stuff there couldn't have had a meet and greet. hey, this is us. This you, because sometimes you need to see who's in the community.
Well, that's true, but I wouldn't imagine that every police officer shows up for that.
Correct. But here's the crazy part. So the police is getting belligerent because I got a gun and you don't. And then, of course, the woman was just like, I fear for my life because the cop's got a gun on his side. He had unclipped his gun on his side and he's got his hand on it. And I'm thinking to myself, I mean, if you want to instill fear, there you go. Good job, jerk. But then some white dude who comes out the apartment across the street yells, hey, that's their spot. He ain't coming no ID. Dude didn't say, hey, what's up, Ed? He ain't say, what, nothing. He pretty much like, yo, they own that spot. Cop there. All right, have a great night, and rolled up. What? Hold on. So you don't believe the two black people inside their own building, but you believe this random white dude who screamed out, yo, they own that spot. All right, thank you. We're leaving.
I mean, because they had too much pigmentation to be authoritative figures. So
and that's why they got $150,000.
He needed pale permission to tell him that
Yeah, that's just crazy, right? I mean, because they could have gone a couple different ways with this. But more importantly, once again, it's if you watch the video, that will explain it all. It's not all the time what you say, it's how you say it, which means the inflection. And you, because I mean, you little fat cop didn't have to, pump up your chest and bring it out, being like, I'm a policeman. Blah, blah, blah. Look, man, we can see you're a cop. Like, whatever. Because I've been in stores numerous times after night, and they see a cop and, yeah, sir, I'm working in here. I'm just trying to get some paperwork done. All right, be safe. Have a good one. And that was it. But once again, small. I mean, it's a relatively small town, But hey, police.
I mean, ain't Tiburon where EA Studios used to be?
It used to be there, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So they got up and got out. But the next thing I want to talk about is Alabama. Good old Alabama, man. I mean, so a dude who worked for Arby's is in jail. I mean, shocker, he's in jail. Well, he threw hot grease on a customer. Bro.
Man, I'm such a cynic because all I keep thinking is, what did that customer do?
Exactly.
The first thing I thought, like, what did that customer do?
Yeah. I mean, look, hold on, bro. Like, how mad you got to be at somebody to throw hot grease? Look, man. So let me explain a little bit more because I don't want to get into it. So he threw the hot grease through the drive-through window. Yo, those joints are tiny. You know how good of a shot he should be? The Alabama basketball needs to be trying to find this dude because clearly he knows how to throw a ball. But he threw hot grease through there on a customer on the drive-through.
And I'm still waiting to figure out, what did that customer do? Either that customer did something or they know that person. You know what I'm saying? That was some out of work beef right there.
I mean, yo, man, like you grabbed some sort of, because they didn't say how he do it, how he threw it at him. It's just hot grease. And I mean, because okay, all Arby's aren't set up the same, but you had to grab it and you had to take it at least 5 to 10 feet to the window. So like you had a lot of time to think about this. So that person in the car must have said something completely nasty, or it could have been a hit. I don't know what it was, but I mean, bro, he didn't just grab hot grease in a plastic cup. You had to find the right material to carry this hot grease in.
I mean, look, the only scenario I can imagine could have possibly transpired in this is he recognized that voice through the drive-through window, and that person owed him money. And he was like, oh, you can afford a beef and cheddar, but you can't give me back my $36?
Maybe the customer declined the horsey sauce. First of all, I decline the horsey sauce, and if I get grease on me because I decline the horsey sauce, then we got some other issues
Decline
going
the
on.
sauce, man. Every time I go to Arby's, they be like hoarding, like they be trying to keep the sauce from anybody. I be, yo, can I get some Arby's sauce? They give you like half a pack. I be like, bro, like
It's
paying,
already open.
bro, I'm paying like $20 for this meat combo meal. The least you can do is give me some damn fake ass barbecue sauce.
I mean, which is funny, right? Because I went to Panda Express the other day, and I was like, "Hey, man, can I get some soy sauce?" Yeah, no problem. Handful of soy sauce, like it was like 8 packets in that bro. Like, I just got like a one plate with some fried rice and some beef and broccoli, man. Like, I don't need 8 packets of. I mean, it's pure salt. I don't need 8 packets of that. But I was like, hey, some people just feel a little different than others.
Hey, maybe that person in the drive-through, maybe the customer was pretending to be a DEA agent to get a discount.
I mean, he went from Wendy's to Arby's. I mean, but it wasn't Alabama, so that might be on the way back. He was like, I recognize you. You that dude from Chicago. You're not getting me. All right. But yeah, man, that's the first thing I thought. What did he say?
Yeah, I need to know what that customer did, man. Because don't nobody it takes too much dedication to grab hot grease in a drive-through window and throw it. It just takes too much.
It's too, yeah, it does. I don't get it. So, wow, craziness. And that's that crazy world because, hey, man, your life may be good, but the rest of the world is still a little crazy. And I just like to make sure that you understand that. So, as bad as your life is, think about it this way. Shit's worse everywhere else. And that's real. Because you get burned from somebody throwing grease on you from the damn drive-through window. That's not a good day, ladies and gentlemen. That's not a good day. All right, MoeB. Tell me I'm wrong. Oh, great day. The game that we never win.
I mean, yo,
and AG ain't here this week. Shout out to AG. He'll be back next week. But yo, man,
I wish he could have been here for part of this because this a 2 for 1. Tell me I'm wrong.
Great. I gotta take 2 L's.
I mean, look, man, this is
you ain't right.
So one, I'm not even gonna start with the one that somebody already stole, but yeah, man. So I've been thinking real hard about this, man. Like, in the next presidential election, like, in my opinion, hell, midterms, in my opinion, especially for the presidential election, in my opinion, the Democrats damn near have no shot. Like, this it's I'm not blaming Biden. I'm not blaming Kamala. I'm just saying it's their fault. But yes, it is their fault. But the only thing that can defeat the Republicans is the alphabet community, man. And DeSantis is proving this. So hear me out.
DeSantis.
Yeah, whatever.
Hey, man, we got to be fair around here.
No, man, look, if every time a Republican says Kamala's name incorrectly, I can say DeSantis all I want.
DeSantis makes him sound Mexican, though. And he is clearly not. He ain't old boy in Texas.
Well, we don't talk about that guy. But now, hear me out, man. The alphabet community is the only thing that can defeat the Republicans because it's the only thing that consistently flusters them. So they literally will make a bill saying that you can't say gay in school. The Democrats don't do nothing about what the Democrats do scares the Republicans as much as just saying the word gay or trans or using a pronoun that's plural in most cases. They fear it so much so that we've got a Republican who's supposed to be super conservative trying to tax a business more. isn't the whole principle of Republican principles that they don't like government interference on private businesses? And
Yes.
all you gotta do is say gay, and they forget they Republicans. They like, yo, we can't look. We will become socialists if it means we can't say homosexuality. The only thing that can defeat the Republican Party right now is the alphabet community. They're the heroes that we didn't know we needed, but we need them. And I don't mean that as a joke or shade to that community. I'm just saying, Black Lives Matter don't scare them. Latinos don't scare them. Straight women don't scare them. The Me Too movement didn't scare them off. But if you've got a letter, a part of that alphabet community, they are terrified of you. Tell me I'm wrong.
I hate you so much. Because, all right, so I'll say this. Do I think you're wrong? Definitely not. But
Peter Buttigieg might be our only hope for Democrat president. He's the only hope.
wow.
They'll be too flustered to debate him. They won't know any of their Republican talking points other than the fact that he's gay and he's gay and he's gay. They won't be able to think about none of their talking points because they'll be too focused on the fact that he has one of those letters in the alphabet community.
I hate you so much. I mean, it's just because, man, here's the thing. This is just my opinion. What Republicans fear most of all is the disruption of social norms.
But see, I'm glad you said that because, some Republicans will say, well, conservative Christian is what Republicans represent. But that's not true because they elected somebody who has committed adultery, multiple divorces, sexual assault. So literally the only thing they care about is if you happen to entertain people of the same sex or...
But that's what I'm saying, social norms, because social norms is changing. And it goes against everything that part of the Republican group stands for.
Are you saying the straight white male is under attack?
Yes. I mean, I'm not the first person saying it, and I'm not going to be the last person saying it, but that's just what it is. And that is, and that's, I would even say now, I would almost say the straight white female is feeling the same pressure, simply because how much do they make of the situation with Liz from University of Penn? Like, that's the thing, man. The social norms are changing and they know what to do, but what they want to do goes against everything they stand for. I don't think it's a situation where they love the alphabet community any less, but the problem is there are just so many overall old thought processes that they can't get past. The new Republican Party is a whole bunch of old dudes. And I say the new Republican Party because the old Republican Party didn't necessarily have a whole bunch of issues with it. However, it did not affect them. It wasn't as open as it is now. So what it is like you have the younger versions, like our age, of the Republican Party are just like, we must hold on to these old values because these old values are what got us here and is why we're successful. And the problem with that is those old values ain't working no more. They're holding on to them, but it's literally a matter of time at this moment. To me, it's literally a matter of time before, you dare say it, a different person who is in Florida that is not a straight white man. who is the governor of Florida. It's a matter of time. And I think what it is that party feels that pressure. And so they're doing everything they can to hold on to old values. That's why you're hearing a lot more about the Civil War stuff. They're bringing that, because remember, they didn't bring that stuff up until like 4 or 5 years ago. Well, until the Virginia thing happened, at UVA. Then it came back in the forefront. And then, of course, we talk about how old boy in Mississippi, earlier this month, talking about, I can't remember what it was. What was it? Confederate, whatever, his Heritage Month, some shit, whatever. And that's just what it is, man. They have to go back to the past because that's all they got. They're afraid of the future. And because they're afraid of the future, they literally are trying to circle the wagons and try to, and they're getting surrounded. They're not getting surrounded by just black people. They're not getting surrounded by Mexicans. They're not getting surrounded by, alternative lifestyles. Everybody's now surrounding them and they don't know what to do.
No, but the problem is, not the problem, the issue is the LGBTQ community got juice.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
We done said that before, man. That's what I'm saying. They're the heroes that we didn't know we needed.
Well, that's why
we need them.
But that's why they're circling the wagons, because they could deal with everybody else separately. But now that new force is literally everybody combined, including white men. So what you literally have a group that is literally everybody that you've been trying to fight off separately, and they're all combined. And all they gotta do is join up with everybody else. And they have realized that they are literally the minority in this political climate. And it's really just a matter of time before they go. I mean, they become the rats. I mean, I would say cockroaches, but I don't want to offend cockroaches. So yeah, man, like I agree with you completely. But that's what's going on. That's why like today, Trump backed somebody in Ohio who's running for state senate, who 4 years ago talked so much shit about Trump. Now he's talking like Trump, and Trump's like, if what did he say? If it was a great statement, he was like, if I didn't talk to people who badmouth me, I wouldn't be talking to nobody, not even my family. And he's just like, this dude saw the error of his ways or whatever. And now in Ohio, he's running like Trump did, and Trump officially backed him. And it's crazy. But hey, man, I completely agree with you. You're not wrong. I think the problem though is it's coming up faster
than the Republicans.
Is it a problem? Well, it's a problem for the Republicans because they didn't anticipate it to move as fast as it did. But I think it's moving that fast because of some things they put into play, and they thought that those things would slow them down. All they're doing is using it now as strength to move forward faster. So
I mean, all right, here's the other tell me I'm wrong. So I have been on record many times saying that I don't have a problem with Florida. I don't. It's if you want to go visit Florida, that's fine. Just leave that Florida shit in Florida and we're fine. But if Disney leaves Florida, why would we not just remove them from the country? What would make them any different than any other random country or place in the Caribbean that we go visit? Like, that's all they'll have is South Beach. Like, it'll just be a cool vacation spot. We don't have to keep making them a part of the country. Look, they don't want to be a part of us. We don't necessarily need them infecting the rest of us. I feel like, it's like trading down the draft. So if Disney leaves Florida, like, I really think now we can package up some picks and just bring Puerto Rico in and just give the Caribbean Florida. Like, yo, y'all can
We're
have
doing a
it.
draft day trade for Puerto Rico. Hey, you can have Florida. Well, we don't want Florida so bad. We're willing to bring in Puerto Rico
Yeah,
and kick Florida out.
We'll take Puerto Rico.
Oh God, I can't believe this.
Yo, we'll take the Dominican Republic too. You know what I'm saying? Not Haiti, even though they're on the same island. But
Even though wow.
I'm just saying, like, basically, look, if Disney leaves Florida, then we won't be taking that much of a salary cap hit if we release Florida. Like, all the dead money's attached to Disney. I'm just saying, hear me out. Tell me I'm wrong. That makes sense. Like, we can finally get rid of them. We can build that invisible wall that has to go underground too, because they've tried to get underground to get to the rest of the country before as well. And then we can bring in Puerto Rico. Like, those dudes want to be down.
So I am gonna tell you, I might win one. I'm gonna tell you wrong, and the reason why I'm gonna tell you wrong is we might as well just keep Florida, even though it's useless to us.
Whoa. I didn't say they were useless. They give us great entertainment value.
Well, yeah, but here's the thing, man.
They're like a mascot. They're like a mascot. Like, you know, they're cute. It's funny, but like after a while, it just gets annoying, and you know, there's probably some creepy perv underneath the hood. Like,
yeah, but here's the thing. Like, I'm all for bringing in Puerto Rico to make it 51 legit, but I wouldn't get rid of Florida simply because 50
is such a good number, man. Let's just trade, man. Let's just trade out, man.
Man, we need to we always need to upgrade, baby. Got to upgrade the staff, and Puerto Rico brings a lot to us. So I'm saying that you keep Florida for the simple fact of, look, man, there are a whole bunch of states out here that do less than Florida. I mean, like, come on, man. What is the purpose of New Mexico again?
See, it ain't about necessarily purpose, but New Mexico...
Moco Cowboy, do we need 2 Dakotas? I mean, like, that's what I'm saying, man. It's like, what it is, basically, the reason to get...
I mean, look, man, we can combine the Dakotas, and let's just split Texas.
That's not going to happen. The rich people won't allow that. But here's the thing. The thing about it is, you're right. It gives us a whole bunch of entertainment for Florida. And you know what? I don't mind keeping that entertainment because it is ours. It's our entertainment. And I don't mind that. It's not my fault that part of Florida is going to become a wasteland. You know? But you know what? The government could do something with that land.
Look, man, we got a New England Patriots this thing, man. Look, Florida is on the decline right now. Like, weather changes have made it so ocean levels are rising. So part of Florida's about to be underwater eventually. Disney about to leave. Like, yo, this is the most value we're going to get for Florida right now. We got to trade out. We can't get stuck with them. Because, yo, what happens when Miami floods like Katrina? Now we got to put billions of dollars trying to restore a place just because they got one destination spot. Yo, come on, man. It's not worth it.
I mean, I hear you, but once
U.S.
again,
stops to Georgia.
I mean,
I'm just saying, like, I don't care. U.S. stops to Georgia,
but you know what? and I'm very fine with that. But at least at this point in time, we have to keep Florida. It's not worth it to trade Florida as of yet, because if we're not going to get nothing for it, then what's the point of trading out?
You know, we ain't even got to trade them. Let's just release them. And like they talking about in the chat, let's just release them and make DC a state. Like, boom, we in there.
Hey, that's not going to happen because Cleveland released Baker Mayfield. So why are we going to release Florida?
Look, man, we can't allow one bad decision that a state is making to affect our good sense. We know right now this is the highest we can sell Florida for. This is the highest we can sell Florida for. Let's just get rid of them.
The only way I would agree to that is they need to become an island. We need to break them.
Hold on.
Break them apart.
They built the Panama Canal We can't build a canal between Georgia and Florida
I mean,
with modern technology. Yo, you know how much better that will make things too.
If that happens, I will be in on that. But until something like that happens, I'm gonna have to say no. I don't think it's worth it, man. I don't need a 7th-round pick for Florida, and to me, Puerto Rico is at the best a 5th-round pick. I mean, I'm giving up a 1st or a 2nd-round pick for a 5th-round pick.
Hold on, you consider Florida a 1st or a 2nd-round pick?
The financial is important.
The dead money, man. It's like the NBA, man. Sometimes you got to give up that dead money.
But it ain't dead yet. Until it becomes dead, then I can revisit this.
But once it becomes dead, now there's no value in it.
But if we're only gonna get a 6th-round pick for it, I'll take the 7th-round pick for them being
just
dead.
Release them, man. Like, look, man.
Well, we can release them now.
I think the chat made some good points about DC, man. Let's just release Florida. Promote DC to state. We keep it at 50. We keep it moving. We revisit the Puerto Rico thing. We
Not
put
yet.
North and South Dakota together.
Not yet.
Then we bring Puerto Rico in. We keep it at 50. Look, 50 is the number.
But
we just got to make 50 work, and we can make 50 work without Florida.
Correct, but I think one thing you're missing out on is, yo, man, we may think it's worth a 6th-round pick, but to Cuba, that's a 1st-round pick, and we can't give Florida to them being port positive. We need them to be negative before we give them to Cuba. So, like, I hear you. We just got to hold on maybe a year and a half, and then we make that trade. Because you know what? I'll take that 7th-round pick.
I say we just release Florida, and if Cuba picks them up on waivers, man, we just, that's
we gotta get something for it, bro. We gotta get something for it. I'm all about getting something for it because it's still valuable. In 2 years, come back at me. But right now, it still has value. So,
wow, you gonna make us get Jimmy G, man? We gonna get Jimmy G,
man. Right now, honestly, we're getting Baker Mayfield, and I would much rather get Baker Mayfield than Jimmy G. And right now, I mean, that $9 million is a difference. So I can live with that.
Okay, Dre. That's actually funny. That last trade is actually funny.
2 Olympic bids and a Gasol. See. This is that Travis that shows up on our path. The United States have traded the state of Florida to Spain for the Strait of Gibraltar. Straight spelled wrong. 2 Olympic bids and a Gasol to be named later. Come on, man. Like, man, we'd be boo-boo fool if we did that, number one. Who wants a straight? I don't need a straight. Whatever. So,
I mean, them Olympic bids sound pretty good.
They do.
And a Gasol, I mean.
Nah, man. I need Powell. The other Gasol sucks. Sorry. I'm just going to put it out there.
He was Defensive Player of the Year multiple times, man.
Yeah, but Powell's been a multi-time champion, whereas that Gasol only won one.
Okay.
And he was like the 8th best player on the team.
Sorry he didn't play with Kobe. I mean,
hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. What's on your mind, MoeB?
Getting rid of Florida, man. I feel like
that was on your mind last week too.
It was, but like now I actually see a plan to make it happen. Like Disney is literally the only leverage Florida has for still being a state. Like, because Miami and South Beach are literally just cool vacation spots, but we don't need them to be part of the country just to keep enjoying them. Like Disney was it. Like once Disney's gone, like what's the point?
And once Disney's gone, we can make that decision. I agree. I completely agree with you.
Yo, Disney leaves. Virginia might mess around and get an NBA team because Orlando Magic will be looking for a home soon.
And Miami Heat. Remember, Miami Heat's still there.
Miami Heat can stay. They'll stay. Because, I mean, look, Miami, we got teams in Canada, so we can have teams in another country in Florida, too.
Wow. Wow.
Nah, man, but I mean, honestly, man, I ain't really got nothing on my mind, man. Just that was it. We just skipped over the My Five, so that's cool.
Yeah, that was done on purpose.
I mean, I get it.
Well, time, baby, time. I mean,
time constraints, man. I get it.
Hey, this part of this program was cut due to time constraints. That's what it is. So what's on my mind is, yo, man, look, we all grew up. Most of us went to school and everything. But I don't know about y'all, but in my day, you know, when you had parent-teacher conferences, my parents were pretty much like, you know, in a nice way, yo, if he get out of line, whoop his ass. They ain't say whoop his ass, but you know, that told me the paddle was in effect.
No,
So
my mom. I don't think my mom said ass, but my mom did like just straight direct say, "You can hit him."
Yeah.
Cool.
See, that's different. You can hit him and whoop his ass, two different things. But I digress. So, you know, basically that kind of fear, knowing that, hold on, I might get abuse as a child, I think. I might get abuse at school. And then, look, man, last time I was old enough to know that telephone call is faster than your school bus. So when you get home, you get another whooping for disobeying the teacher and making her have to whoop your ass. So, I mean, I ain't got time for 2 whoopings. However, what I will say is this. These days, you know, there's no fear from teachers to a point, but there's also no fear from parents.
I disagree with that. There is fear. Most of the teachers are scared.
Well, I meant from a child to the teacher.
Okay, I'm about to say, no, there's fear. There's a fear dynamic.
Yeah, it's reversed now. But here's the thing, like, even though you still have the majority of them live in reverse, you still have some who are just like, some parents are like, yo, you know, my kid act up. You do what you need to do. You know, it's still like that. That's some old school stuff. But look, man, there's one thing from a paddle than cutting a dude's hair. And out in Minnesota, so first of all, I talk about cutting some kid's hair, and we're in Minnesota. Been to Minnesota, all I got to say is, when the people in Minnesota think the hottest things in Minnesota is Pooh Richardson, no shade against Pooh Richardson, but come on, man, I need y'all to do better. So, you know, this teacher basically, you know, cut the kid's hair. Kid had long hair. You know, I guess some kids were joking on him and whatnot. And then the teacher was like, I can fix that. Pulled out some clippers and cut that kid's hair. Kids came home with less hair than he went to school with.
And
so,
it wasn't even a good haircut.
It was terrible. So, like, let's just be real. The mother's first name is Tadao. So I'm pretty sure she wanted to dial that teacher's ass. Let's just be real. That's what she probably wanted to do, that when she saw her kids hair. And she didn't. But look, man, the kid was 12. I get it, man. Some teachers feel a certain way. They feel a fear of the children. But you're going to take the one kid who doesn't fear you, and you're going to take liberties like that? I mean, and I'm not saying his hair is super important like other people will, but I mean, you kind of took something that was his and he didn't tell you to take it. But the kid was, I mean, hey, when an adult tells you to do something, you do it. And so, like, as far as I know, this teacher hasn't been fired yet, you know, and whatever. Now, the whole demoralization of the man, like, okay, I will entertain that. But I'm more mad that this teacher felt that she needed to put her hands on a child in any way, because that's not what teachers are supposed to do. Even though back in the day, you know, some teachers were allowed to do it, but this day is not so much. So I say this. You wonder why these kids are in schools ready to beat up teachers. It's because dumbass teachers like that. Because now, this kid's gonna be like, I can't trust an adult. That's not my mama. Because I'm afraid they're gonna take something away from me. Yo, adults, if you're a teacher, I appreciate what you do for a living. But that still does not give you the right to touch a child in any sort of way. Unless it is, some people are just like, you can't even self-defense. Nah, man. If you got some kids trying to rough you up, you gotta punch a kid in the face. You just gotta take one first. That's just what it is. I'm not for violence in any way, but I also understand that you just can't allow yourself to get beat on. And that's just what I feel. But yo, man, we gotta be out here. We gotta educate our kids, and we gotta educate our adults. Clearly, because I think they forgot about education. Education is supposed to help people.
I don't think that teacher needed education. Honestly, it's not the right response, but people just don't have a fear of physical repercussion.
That's true.
Because sometimes I get it. Nobody wants to say, oh, violence is the answer. But you know what, man? Violence can be a very good deterrent. If you know doing something like that might get your ass whooped, you tend to adjust your behaviors accordingly. Now, I know everybody will be all up in arms if this parent went up to the school, punched this teacher in the face, and then shaved that teacher's hair off. They would be all up in arms about it. But I'm just saying, I don't understand.
There repercussions. There are always repercussions for things you do.
And I know people are like, oh, the teacher should be fired and they're gonna sue the school and everything. And I'm like, yeah, that's cool. Teacher gets fired, that's cool. Yeah, they sued for some money. Yeah, that's cool. But nah, man, sometimes my own personal character weakness says, no, I kind of just want that teacher to get their ass whooped. That would make me feel better.
Yeah, 5 minutes in the room. Let's do it.
And I'm not calling it justice. I'm just saying it just make me feel better.
Yeah, it just be us in that room. And hey, yeah, man. Because working with kids, man, the one thing you can't do is put your hands on them. Hell, man. Even hugging kids, you get criticized at. So, like, why would you even pull out some clippers and start cutting the kid's hair? Like, that doesn't even, to me, that doesn't compute. So, I hope she gets what she gets. Excuse me. I don't know if it's a man or woman, but I hope the teacher gets what they get.
I think it was a male teacher, but
I don't care if it's a male, woman, alien.
The problem is this could have gone horribly wrong in so many ways, because as a 12-year-old, I don't think if a teacher would have said, pulled out some clippers when I was 12, I don't think it would have happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think I would have been like, nah, you ain't gonna get nowhere close to me with that. Like, this is gonna turn into an actual physical altercation.
Yeah. and you know what happens is, honestly, and I hate to say this but it's the first thing I thought, man. I thought of Riley, from Boondocks.
When does personal responsibility come into effect?
When I see P, I move.
No, bro. I kind of thought that too, but I didn't want to like be that guy that's like kind of victim blame, because at the end of the day, you're right. This kid, hey, teacher tells me to do something, I'm supposed to do it. But I kind of feel like at 12, I feel like at 12 you should be able to decipher. Nah, I'm cool. Like,
that's not the move.
Or at some point in time, I'll just have to get in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Like, somebody will just have to be mad at me for disobeying this one.
Yeah, because there was no talk about any type of resistance to cutting the hair. Which means to me, the kid was probably a mild-mannered kid. The kids were just joking on because they had long hair. And he had 2 mamas. And it was just like, there's just a time, man, as a teacher, you're supposed to be a positive influence, not a idiot. And I don't know, for some teachers, this teacher gives other teachers a really bad name. So
Yeah, and I'm sorry for advocating violence, but yeah, I'd have felt better if the end of the story was, and the parent came up to the school and slapped the shit out of the teacher. Like, I would have felt better about the end result of that story, but
yeah,
it is what it is.
I mean, her name was Tadao. That's all I got. First of all, there's so many jokes that can go with that. I'm just not gonna get into it. But yeah, man, her name was Tadao. Wow. I'm sorry, kid. I know. On a good note, they got the local barber. They took care of him for free. His box is now dope. But yo, man, that's what's on my mind. People taking extra liberties with children, man. And anyway, it's just not what's supposed to happen. And I like to thank everybody for listening to the show. I like to thank everybody, who chimed in, and those who didn't. If you just listen from the sidelines, that's cool. Maybe next time you'll chime in. Please make sure that you follow us on wherever you get your podcast. Podcast usually comes out on Thursdays. Sometimes it doesn't because Ruben's a little lazy. But most of the time it comes out on Thursdays. Make sure you like, subscribe, tell a friend, tell your enemy, but tell somebody. I'd like to thank MoeB in the house for being the great co-host that he is, leaning back in the chair, chilling, and talking about Florida like they're a bunch of dogs. And
see, you said that. I'm not trying to downgrade Florida.
I mean, you kind of did.
No. I'm not saying anything negative about Florida. They just don't need to be a part of our country. That's it.
Yeah, it's not necessarily positive.
I mean, take it. This is what it is.
Hopefully, AG. Hopefully, will be back next week. He's still taking care of that business where he at, and we wish him the best as well. Once again, thanks everybody for listening. Follow us on all of our social media, which is below. And we will be back next Sunday, 9 p.m. And of course, just in case you need another reason to holler back at us, we have a very important announcement next week. Is it going to change the face of the show? Maybe. I guess you need to tune in to find out. But all right, everybody. Peace, love, soul, hair grease, deuces.
Email us at 5minutewarning19@gmail.com. And also leave comments on Facebook and Twitch. Search 5 Minute Warning. Contact us on Twitter at AG_FMW podcast, at Newsman25, at FMW 2019. Contact us on Instagram, MoeB 5 Minute Warning, AG_5 Minute Warning, Newsman25. You can listen to the podcast at Apple Podcast, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcast. Thank you for listening. This has been another episode of
The 5 Minute Warning.